Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with another tutorial. This is an inspired video. I watched a video over on Luisa Heinzl's channel where she made some kind of grungy stamped tags. So I wanted to give that a try because I have these digitals from Sweet Pea Curiosities. That's Marisa over there, and she did she created these little, I think these were a grungy numbers kit, and then the other one that's buried, I'll show you in a second, are some birds. They come big. I'll show you the big version. Pardon me, let me show you the true size, if I printed one of those that is true size. I tend to shrink them, so let's see if I've got any that are the actual size. Pardon me. Goodness gracious. Well, I don't think I need to show you. Oh, maybe they're here. So I print, I shrink them down, I print multiple to a page, and I get various sizes. So this is what it looks like in true size. So look at the gorgeousness of these. Ah, they're so delicious. Now, I'm not a big bird fan, but these are grungy to the max, and I love them. So again, I change how many I print to a page, and I get a variety of different sizes. So these are going to be great to have in my stash. I'm going to fussy cut those out, stick them in one of my drawers, and we'll have them to go. But I shrunk them down. I think I did. I left them. I didn't do multiple pages to one page, but I did shrink them down till I think like 17%. So I got a really small effect, which is what I wanted. Sorry, fixing my arm again. The new arm, or the replacement arm, is so stiff, and I can't quite get it over my desk the same way as my old one. My husband said he can fix the other one, so I'll be glad when that can happen. So I've got some stamps. I've got my envelope punch board, which is how we're going to punch this edge. Now, you could do that by hand and then just use this as a template, and then you'd be good to go. But I'm just going to show you how she used the envelope punch board, which I thought was genius. So I have already cut, let's see, I've cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them in various sizes, and then we're going to do 2 of them together so that you can see the process. I'm just going to set those over there. My scissors, my ruler. The size of the paper before you fold it is measuring 2 inches by 3 inches, and so the placement on this is based on this size, 2 by 3. So just keep that in mind. I've got a little bit of packaging. I thought we might do a little bit of layering. We'll see. I don't want them to be too bulky. And so my theory is that I'll make these really beautiful mixed media stamped on one side, and on the other side we'll just do some stamping. That's why I picked these Tim Holtz ones. I thought maybe we could incorporate them on that part, but we'll see how I feel as we go along. So these are all the bits. So look at these. I mean, they're just absolutely up my alley, up my street, whatever you want to call it. So numbers, look at these. Look at those. Absolutely wonderful. So these are, again, shrunk down as well. So I'm going to try to separate the birds from if I got any birds in there. So that's that. So I'm going to set those right here. I shouldn't have let these mix, because then I wouldn't be having this problem. But that's okay. Give me just a quick second. They're so tiny. I actually sat in the living room last night and with my headphones in, watching some YouTube videos on my iPad, and cut a bunch of these little birds. So look at these, and those little bits. But look at these little birds. They're so adorable. I mean, they're going to be perfect for these tabs. So just a sampling of these. I'll show you as we use them, obviously, but these are the ones. These are on a background, which I think are really cool, and they're nice because you don't have to fussy cut around them, like around all those bits of the bird. Now, there are birds also. I have to cut the feet off, you guys. I'm just not messing with that. So that is one with the legs cut off, and there's a couple of those in there. So without any further ado, let's get going. So stamping, I've got a background, script stamps, some letters. These are my Sam Pool stamps. I thought they would be fun. They might actually be good on the back side as well. So I'm just going to put those there. I've got my little tray of my drawer full of the tiny scraps, so we might add a little bit of textiles. We'll see how it goes. So what you want to do, again, is go ahead and cut, oh, and a stitch stamp, I love that, is go ahead and cut your pieces 2 by 3, again, for the purpose of this tutorial. This is a piece of my own coffee dyed paper, so this is 65-pound paper. It's very thick and sturdy. You want thick and sturdy, in my opinion, anytime you're making a tab. And then this is the Ruby and Pearl background paper from the Beautiful Birds kit. I've been using it a lot, so it was just in my scraps, so I use it. So I didn't score this or anything. This is the 2-inch side, this piece, so you could score it at 1, or you could just fold it. I'm just going to fold it because it's not that important for it to be absolutely perfect. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my bone folder and just press that out. You don't have to worry if things are not quite even. I don't want the side to be uneven right here, but as far as the bottom, it's not that important. And we'll do this one. Now obviously you could make them wider in terms of the finished result. So see how this one, I believe this one is wider in terms of this. So that is measuring 1 1/8 versus this, which is 1 inch. So that's totally up to you. But again, for the purposes of the tutorial, the width being 3 inches is important for where we're going to line it up on the envelope punch board, because I tried playing around with it, but I couldn't. If I got a visual mark, so I thought here I'll just line it up there, but then I have then when I go like this, I don't have a visual mark to tell where I want to go with that. So I just decided I'm going to follow her tutorial exactly. So you want your folded edge to be so folded edge butted up in here, and then you want this corner to be on this score line, so, or approximately. Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and just slide it over, and you're going to do the same so that this corner is lined up with this scoring guide right there. Boom. Tough. Both of these papers are 65-pound paper, so this is what you get, and I'll show you what we do next. So let me get the coffee dyed one in here as well. So again, I marked that, I lined that corner up to this score line, and I'm going to do the same with this score line. Okay, so we are done with the scoreboard. The envelope punch board, excuse me. So now, to get rid of that funkiness, I just took my scissors and I just went like this, and I just kind of went into that curve and I just straightened that out. Okay, again, perfection is not at play, so if it's not perfect, don't worry about it. And I'm going to do the same here, just even that out. Boom. Okay, I like to have a longer bit here, so because that helps with the stability. Sorry for that focus, you guys. Still on the hunt for a better webcam, you guys. I'm really frustrated with this focus issue. So again, we're gonna finding the top here, and I'm going to go ahead and just straighten that out. I've never done this before, so you know, I've picked some elements which will help this go along easier, but I didn't make a prototype, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm going to get rid of these little bits. So I hope you guys are doing okay. Today is Saturday, March the 9th, I believe. And I'm just trying, it's the weekend, so it's my opportunity to play catch up. So I'm going to bring some of these over. Let's start with, I think we'll do 4 on camera, and then I'll do the at regular speed, and then maybe I'll do more and speed it up. So this one I cut a little bit differently, so it's a little bit wider there, which I actually prefer because I feel like it's more stable to have a bigger bit. So I'm going to take a moment and ink up some of these elements so that we have them ready, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to ink up the little bits kind of as we use them on second thought. So what was I going to say? Oh, so you know how normally, like with a cluster, when I normally do this kind of work, I have a cluster and things hang over the edge. So I don't want anything to hang over this edge right here, but I'm okay with it hanging over this edge that's going to be on the page. So let's just pretend that this is a journal page, pardon me. Then for it to be hanging over here is not going to matter because that's going to get glued down to the page. It's going to be like that probably though. So that's just a thought. These ones I'm not going to put a hole on them or anything like I normally would. So let's get going here. So I want to start with some stamping. So I'm going to just lay these out flat again. And what I'll do is I'll stamp on this side and then I'll turn them so that's directionally okay. I'm also going to make some that can go on the top of a page, so they'll be a little bit different. In fact, let me put this one at the top, and I actually am preferring this size, like the deeper one. So let me ink this one up so that we can use it as well on camera. So you can fuss around with how you use the envelope punch board to get the result that you want, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 2. Let's do 4 together. So I'll do 2 that come down from that are going to go on the top and 2 on the side. So sorry for all that yammering. I do want to grab my black ink. I forgot to do that. Hold on. Me, and my confusion. So this is archival ink, just because that's the preferred ink for me. And I'm going to start with a little bit of inking just with this little script stamp. I think this is just from Bo Bunny. It was just it's not even in its packaging anymore, so I can't be completely positive about that. I think I'm going to put a mat down because I don't really want to clean up this glass mat today. The kids and stuff are coming over. Grandkids are coming over for dinner tonight, so I was not up for making another big meal. So we're going to get Chinese and bring it home. So just going to put that there. There we go. Alrighty. Okay. Boy, oh boy. Let's get to it, Cara-Renee. Okay, so we've got our ink here and our script stamp. So I'm just going to I don't want a solid impression, so I'm just giving and I don't need any more than that. Super easy. Okay, and I'm just gonna kind of do this one a little bit different. I don't want to get it on that other side is my aim. So then I thought it would be fun to add some of this stitch stamp. And what else? I thought I had more here. Oh, these. I got the alphabet. It's been touched by the heater, unfortunately, a long time ago. So I'm just going to kind of put that right there, just to get a little bit of an accent. Oops, I didn't get any on that one. Oh, that's really lovely. I like that. Okay. I'm going to do the same over here. Again, I'm trying to avoid getting it on there if I can help it. Okay, perfect. So since we've got this little space here, I'm going to go ahead and use the numbers and get a number on there because I love both numbers and letters on my stuff. Perfect. I think I'll just go right on top of that with a little bit. Oh, perfect. Love it. Okay, so now I'm going to turn them over. And I think I will do kind of up in the air about what I want to do here with the back side of these. So technically one could do the same thing on both sides, but I want to try just having this one be the one that has a little more bulk on it and this one being just flat. I might do some off camera that are a little bit different. We'll see. Oh, this stamp would be really lovely. It's just a little floral bit. So I need a block though, because I don't want to get my fingers all crusted in that black ink if I can help it. Okay, I'm just gonna put some ink on that. I haven't even used the stamp yet, so I'm just gonna put that right there. You could use any stamps that you want, honestly. So now the thing is with this, I should have stamped those. Maybe we'll switch this around and have these be at the top because of the way that I stamped them, which is fine. But I want the script and everything to go the right direction is where I'm kind of going with that. So what else do we want to use here? Sorry, I'm very jibber-jabbery today. I really like this one right here, so let's do that. Beautiful stamps, again from Sampool. Just going to lay it that way so it'll fit on my block. Okay, and I'm just going to line that up right there. Perfect. I might put a little bit more on these sides that have just that. Maybe a little bit of something something. I could actually just take this and put a little bit of ink on it like that and just put a little flower there. Oh yeah, that'll work. Just creating a little bit of an interesting background for the back side. So that's perfect. So let's set those aside and we'll do the stamping on these. Now these ones are going to be side, so I want to stamp differently than I just did. So we'll start with the script again. Okay, we're going to do the same. I want to bring in some of this other stuff like the, well, we could also use some of these. We don't have to use those melted ones. Got lots of stuff to choose from here. Although I think the numbers are just really a good accent. So I'm going to continue with that. Sorry for my waffling. I'm just going to go over that. Oh, that's so cool. So cool. Okay, let's get a bit up here. Not really thrilled when I go crooked like that, though. I don't like it, but that's okay. It's going to be covered up for the most part. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of the alphabet in there too. Some beautiful letters. Love just the mixed media look from using these numbers. It's just something about numbers that are really cool when doing anything that's collagey and mixed media-ish. I'm gonna wipe my hands off. I'm not a fan of black, and I think it just is a trigger thing for me, so I don't like it. I'm going to need that, so I'm going to cover up this ink. We didn't use the stitch stamp. Should we add it? Oh, we didn't do anything more on this one. How about we do the stitch stamp on this? Let me get a bigger one, because I think I'm going to cross those. Hold on. Let's just go big. Go big or go home. Let's just do it. Put that knot right there. Oh, I love it. Love it. Let's go back to the little one and we'll do a little bit of something something here. And I think this time I'll go turn it and we'll go like that. Oh, delicious. Let's just put a knot up here. I love that so much. What fun. Okay, so now we can cap that ink up, and let's go ahead and decide on our elements. So I'm going to bring these back over, just trying to keep in mind, well, I can tell now visually what's what, so those are going to be going off the top. So let's actually start with those. And now I'm just going to pull some elements here. So let me just get some over here so we can pick. Got some numbers. I love this number right here. That is so cool. I love all of them, but wow. You know how sometimes particular things will speak to you in a particular way. So, oh, birds galore. Okay. So what I am going to try to do here, boy, I wish that would stay down. I'm going to get a piece of tape. That's making me crazy. Which is a very short road. My road to craziness is very, very short. Just going to tape that down right there. Keeps pulling up. It's distracting. There we go. Alrighty. So, if I'm using this kind of tone, I'm going to go with some of these deeper reds and stuff like this. I think will be really pretty. So let me ink this little birdie up. Whoops. And we'll probably pick a textile too to go on it. Now I'm trying to remember that I can go off the page, so that's a good reminder. So let me, I think I'm going to also, not to throw a crook in the process, but I am going to throw a crook in the process. So these are some bits from Tracy Fox, and I just got these off of her Etsy, and I think these will give us a little bit more variety than what I'm getting from the Sweet Pea Curiosities. That's not a slam at all, but I do want to keep them separated, so I'm going to dump those there. But I'm feeling like I can get a little bit more, there's a little bit more color variety. Like, look at this one right here. Look at that. Yes. Yes, yes. So you can incorporate different kits. Don't feel like you have to be, kit loyal unless you're, doing a design team project or something, and then you would obviously want to honor the creator who is having you work for them. But so there we go. I love that bird hanging right there. Actually, I wish it could go the other direction though, because I like that. That could actually hang down like that. So we're going to keep it simple. We're just going to put 2 elements on this one. So I'm going to just reach in here to my little textiles. I'm probably going to pull my big basket over too, because sometimes I have no luck when I'm looking there. So in the itty bit, because they're kind of odd. Perfecto. Okay, so I didn't even get my glue out, so give me a second here to get this run into the tip and make it a little bit easier to use. And this is actually perfect, so I can cut off a little bit of this and use it somewhere else. So which way do we want that to go? I feel like I just wrecked that. I should have left that other piece on there. It's kind of cool. That's okay. So I do want to think about, like, if I do that, that's going to stick out. That's going to be fine. So not a problem. So let's go ahead and get this on. I'm just going to pick through here and see if there's anything else that is screaming louder than that to me. These bits are so small that I really struggle to utilize them. Other people can do magic with these little scraps. It's not my It's not my forte, so let's just go with this. So I'm just going to put this down here. Just struggling with which direction I want that to go. I think I want it to kind of go like that. A little more here. This is doing lace is going to add some bulk, but I don't mind. It's okay. And so what did we decide? We wanted this to be here. So I am going to kind of, well, it's not going to matter because none of this is going to show once it's on a page, but just for the working with it bit, I'm going to go ahead and decide where I want to place that. Yeah, I don't want it to peek up above these edges at the top. So that's kind of what where my struggle is. So I'm going to hold this at the bottom and I'm going to put glue on most of it. There's going to be a little bit of hanging over. Okay. And we're going to get that right there. Perfecto. Oh, this is so cool. So cool. Let me see if there's anything else in the Tracy Fox bit that I can accentuate this. I don't want to overdo it. I said I was going to just do 2, but you know, then I changed my mind. Let's just keep it simple. So I'm going to put that little birdie right there. Gosh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm using Fabri-Tac because I am putting this on a textile. So if you weren't using textiles, you could just use your white glue, art glitter glue, or Bearly Arts, or whatever your preferred glue is. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'm gonna kind of have him sitting a little bit on that number bit. So what I feel like is happening is I've got an imbalance over here, which is what I'm struggling with. So let me see if there's anything else I can add here. Got so many little bits here. So fun. Love it. You know what? I'm just going to call it good unless I can. I really like the turquoise that I'm seeing in this bird, so I think that's why I'm a little bit fixated on, oh, that would be pretty too. Let's try this. Of course, you could round the edges of anything that you choose. I think this would be really pretty. And I don't want to cover up, and I don't want anything hanging over that edge because there's nothing on the back of this. So go back into the Tracy Fox pile. This is actually also really pretty. You could tear it down and stick it there and kind of tuck it under that bird. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good with it just like this. So that is our first one. I just didn't center it, which is why I'm struggling with the end result here, and it's already stuck, so that's okay. And one could still put a little hole there, or eyelet. So there's number 1. Let's go work on this one. I thought I picked more birds that were the colored. This one's really cool too. This is a more neutral one. Maybe we'll try the neutral one. They always look so much better and cuter when they're inked up. So let's go ahead and put that there, and then I think I want to incorporate this, so I think I might stick it under. Maybe. I think I can tear it. I know I can tear it, but I think it would be pretty to be torn. So I'm going to get another piece of lace. There it is. I think what happens is it gets stuck to other things because it's really kind of fibrous. So I love this lace. I'd be sad when it's gone, as I am always sad when my lace a favorite is gone. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And I'm going to have it hang over, and I'll just trim off the top. So I'm going to go ahead and just put glue over this whole area here. Like so. And I like this edge here. That's what I'm kind of aiming for here. So, and you can kind of stretch it out a little bit. It's really, really flexible. Up a little bit. I'm going to grab a paper towel here, guys. So again, on these, I'm not going to do the other side. So that's what that looks like. So cool. I absolutely love this. I'm going to move these out of my way. We're going to do the last two on camera here. So these are the ones that are going to be on the side of the page. So I'm going to put, it doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to use this side in this case. So I'm focusing on this side, not this side. So now that means that my direction is different. So I'm going to kind of tap into a little bit of this stuff over here from Tracy Fox. Oh, this one would be really, really cool. I like that 38. And then let's see what kind of bird we can throw in. And then we've got some more orange tones here that are really pretty. And oh, we've also got this. That would be lovely as well. What about the bird? These almost feel too small now. Let me reach over here and see what else I've got that I haven't cut out. So these are bigger. I am feeling like this one right here. So, oh, I'm not feeling like it. I'm not it, but I'm feeling like I want this one. I wish I had made this one smaller, but we're going to try it and see. So give me a second to just fussy cut this out. So I like these ones that are on paper because I can actually leave the feet in because I don't have to fussy cut around them. If you get a part, like I can tell that this is meant to be cut out maybe in the middle there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to ink her up. And I can just add a little bit more ink there to make it look like it's part of the paper if it was not already. So there we go. So, oh, that's too big. Ugh. Okay. So, I feel bummed about that, you guys. That's way too big, just way too big, because it would hang way over. Well, it would hang way over into the page, but so that would be okay if she came kind of down like that. But then we have to trim off anything that's above the tab, so this part would have to be trimmed off. Let's try it. What have we got to lose? Okay, so I'm just going to trim that off. See what we think. Okay, so there. That would actually probably work because this would go onto the page and could actually be adhered to the page so it's not weak. So we're gonna use that. I love that. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this one down just because it's got a lot of clear space there. That's taking up more space than I want. I'm gonna corner round these ones, so this one rather, excuse me, just because I'm feeling it. Come on. Perfect. Love that. Love that look. Okay, so we gotta decide where our little mama's gonna go, which I'm gonna have to adjust here. I'll have to be looking on both sides to make sure everything's lined up. So shall we stick this number up here like that, or we could go like that. What do you think? I wish you could tell me. This bird is just so big. So big. So maybe we should bring the bird down a little bit more, so we have a little more room for that. Yeah, I like that. So let's do that. We'll be able to fix that. Not a problem. So I'm just going to put the glue mainly in the center there so that I can, it's going to hang off a little bit is what I'm trying to say. Not very well. Like that. Okay. And then let's go ahead and get her back on there, but I do want just a tiny little bit of lace. So this piece would probably suffice. So I just want, oh, we got some green in there. We don't want that. Let's put her back on here and see. It's so fussy working with these little bitty bits, so I'm struggling a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I like that little piece of lace there, except I think I want to turn it. And again, I don't want to go over that fold. So I'm just going to try that. I can trim it off if I need to. Okay. And then we will get this mama on here. She's so beautiful. So very beautiful, hun. Yeah, I like it. Okay, here goes nothing. You know what though, how am I going to tell where it's supposed to go? So, I'm going to show you a quick trick. Quick trick. Actually, I'm feeling like that is okay like that without trying to trim anything off now that I look at it again. So I'm going to turn this over so that I can get my, well, I moved it apparently. So let's line that back up the way that it was. Okay, sort of like that. And then I'm going to make what I call a glue pencil line so that I know that I don't want to go outside of this boundary when gluing this down. That's already there, so okay. So now I'm going to put glue all over the inside barrier here. Alrighty. And we can, because I'm using Fabri-Tac, we're going to be able to move her around to get everything in position from the back side. So I'm just going to fudge that over a little bit. Okay. So gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I do want to trim off that lace. I do not want it hanging over the top. I mean, a little bit is fine, but nothing that's really like loose and compromised. This other one moved, so I'm going to try to move it back. Now, if I was using white glue, I would not have been able to move that piece. So look at that beauty. So again, these pieces, once this tab is on, so again, let me show you on a piece of paper. So this would go on a left-hand page based on the way I did that. So when you do this, this is going to be adhered to the page, okay? So then all these extra bits that are hanging out that might get weak are going to be glued down to the page. Okay, so that's going to be perfect. I absolutely love that so much. Okay, one more and then I will let you go. It's actually a genius idea for her to do some of these kind of collage style on a background. So thank you, Marisa, for your ingenuity. I'm going to tell you a secret. I actually get to meet her. I'm so excited. So she doesn't live very far from me. She lives a little bit up north. And she's going to be coming by my home next Saturday. So I'm super excited about that. And we're going to be talking about design teamwork potentially. I got a little bit burned, so I am a little cautious about doing a design team, but we're starting a conversation about those expectations and things like that. So yeah, so she's gonna come to my house. I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I'm very excited to meet another junk journaler and somebody who is so incredibly creative, and she's creative in I think a lot of the same ways that I am in terms of kind of style. Oh, look at that. Okay, so but our problem is we've got to figure out, let me kind of do this. So again, I don't want anything sticking out on this side. If that's my goal, so that would totally work. So that's beautiful. So let's find something to accent that with. In terms of another element, so I may have to tap into this other stuff. Oh, this one would actually be really pretty. It's got some pretty neutral tones in it that are not as vibrant as what the other stuff is, so that could kind of stick up here at the top and actually go to the inside a little bit, and then our bird would go here, and maybe a number down here, maybe the number 2. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we need another piece of lace. So I'm going to pull from this beautiful stuff. So when I coffee dye textiles, they don't all have the same effect because it depends on what the textile is made out of, how it absorbs the coffee and stuff. But this has just been a delight to work with. So I'm going to try to stretch that out over as much of that base as I can. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on here. And then I'm going to actually open that up because it's a little bit easier to do. So I'm just going to really pull this and stretch it. Okay, like so. And I'm going to get my paper towel and give that a press. I know working with all these small elements, now that I'm looking at the monitor, I could have come closer, brought the camera closer for you guys, but I didn't think about that. We're going to be almost done here. So I'll trim off the excess that's hanging over the inside. And which one were we going to use? Where did it go? Where did it go? Did I pick it up with my paper towel? You guys probably see it right in front of my face, as it often goes, but I don't see it, so that's okay. That's okay. Let's find another one. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, it was this one. It just got moved. So again, one of these edges is going to hang over, so I'm going to ink this edge a little bit, just so that it doesn't look, I mean, it's going to be covered. It's not going to be visible, but I'm just kind of that way, so whoops. Ah. Don't get it on your shirt, Cara-Renee. Alrighty. So let's pop that on there. Again, it's going to hang over just a bit, just to give it a little bit of interest. Oops. See, I'm sticking to everything. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Oh, this is such a beautiful thing. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this one, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to place her down here, and I don't mind of her tail. I'm going to try to cut off as little of this as possible. So I'm going to kind of put her there, and then I'm going to turn her over, and I'm going to make my glue, and I just got the one line here, actually, because that's going to get trimmed off, so I'm not going to be able to really mark that until she's glued. So she's already sticking though. So I'm just going to go for it, and I may have some excess glue peeking out that I'll have to cut off and get my scissors all sticky, but we're going to just roll with it here. So again, I'm going to just try to butt her up as close to there as I can so I don't have to cut off too much. I'm going to move that up a little bit, like so. Perfecto. Didn't quite get that lined up, but that's all right. Not a problem. So, oh, but that's just ugly. Ugly. Like I just said, it's just intolerable for me. So I'm going to erase that pencil line. And I'm going to ink this up just so that when I look at it, I don't like it. So there we go. So now we got to close this honey, and we're going to trim off this excess because we don't want that hanging out the side at the at these curves. So now you could of course do what you want. It's not a big deal, but for me this is what I want. We're going to glue that number on and then we'll be done. I'm going to trim that, just a tad bit of that lace off right there. Okay, so let's get our number on. Oh, this is so beautiful. Wowza. Thank you so much, Luisa. You are so gifted and such an inspiration. Now she, I don't like everything she does because there's just, she has a certain flair that's not for me, but she's incredibly creative and she takes a lot of risks in her creativity, which I really, really value. I think it's a gift to be able to be a person that puts yourself out there and you're yourself and you don't let other people define you, which even though I work on that, it's still a struggle. So I really, really applaud people that do that. Not to say that she doesn't have her own misgivings and struggles, but she's out there. She's in the arena, as I say. So my goodness gracious. That is it, guys. Let me show you the 3 that we did. These are just amazing. I'm going to try to get these out of the way, but I don't want to mix the elements. I want to try to keep things separated. So look at these. They're so amazing. I love it. I am in love. So I'm going to do some more off camera and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.